Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, The Common Central. If you are new here, please subscribe to this channel. My name is Himanshu, this is Kamakshi, and that is Ruchika.
So guys, today we'll be discussing how to create an express entry profile if you're coming to Canada. Make sure you have your pen, pencil and coffee with you because it's gonna be a lengthy video. We'll be showing you a step-by-step process. We'll be showing you how to create the profile, what common and most important things you should keep in mind before submitting and creating the profile. So let's get into this video. So we'll go on Google and we'll type IRCC, which is Immigration, Refugee, Citizenship Canada. This is the official website of Government of Canada. You'll click on the first link and you'll see the latest information and a bunch of other links here. You'll scroll down and under Service and Information, you'll click you'll see more things here. So I'll recommend you to click on Immigrate, not My Application, because if you click on Immigrate, you'll see more important information pertaining to current situation and how else you can immigrate to Canada. You'll click on Express Entry. Once you click on Express Entry, you can see how Express Entry works. But on the right hand side, you'll see Create an Account or Sign In. You'll click there, and once you scroll down, you can either create account through GCKey and Sign In Partner, but we don't have an account, so we'll click on Register. So once you scroll down, you'll see you can, as I mentioned, you can create it in two ways: register with a GCKey or register with a sign-in partner. So GCKey is a simple way for anyone to access the online services. You just have to create username and password. It's best for people coming from outside Canada, and sign-in partner is great for people who are inside Canada because you already have Canadian banking information here. So today we are going to create it through GCKey because that could be used universally by anybody. So you will register with GCKey, click on that. Now you have to create a username and password. You have to click on sign up. Make sure you read all the terms and conditions at all times and click on I accept. Once you click on I accept, you have to create username. I'm writing the Common Central here. That's our YouTube channel name. Just write your official name. I would recommend that. Click on continue and create a password. There is a password checklist and username checklist on the right hand side of the screen. Make sure you follow that. I'm just creating any random password here, which is easy to remember but not easy to hack, and you don't use it that often. Make sure that too. Click on continue. Now you have to create your recovery question and answer hints here. So make sure you take a screenshot of this once you have created it and just write it somewhere so that you remember it, because it can be asked at any time. So I'm just creating quickly here the things which I remember and are also not known by all the people. So now I've created GCKey here. I'll click on continue. Again, terms and conditions, make sure you read those. Click on I accept. Now here is the official, you have to create an account. So just write your given name. My name is Kamakshi, of course, but use that name which is on your passport. Just for the reference of the video, I'm writing the Common Central here, but you have to use the name which appears on your passport. So the given name, your last name, your email address which you use the most often, and then your preferred language of notification, which is English. So we're going to choose English here. Sure, if you know French, you can choose that. Click on continue. Now here you have to create your security questions. Again, I would recommend taking a screenshot or taking a note of it or writing it somewhere down, because at any point of time the security question will be asked, and every time you sign in, the security questions will be asked each time you access your account, and you will only get 2 tries to answer the question. So again, quickly, I'm just writing some questions which I will remember, but also they are not easy to guess by anybody, but also they should be real. So I'm just, for example, writing where do you live, when did you move to Toronto, how old are you as of April 2021, and where is your hometown? Well, that's a typo. Click on continue, and then you'll see here this is your backend. Now you can see it's divided into 2 parts. applications you've submitted already and applications you haven't submitted, which are you're still working on those. So if you scroll down, you can start an application here. So we'll click on apply to come to Canada. So now here you'll see personal reference code. We do not have a personal reference code, so we will click on express entry. Now we'll see that if you're eligible to apply. Here you have to just see which province or territory you want to come. I chose Ontario. Here are the language test results. I'm going to choose IELTS. If you're inside Canada, you can also give CELPIP. But I chose IELTS because I gave IELTS. I click on next. What date did you take this test? So your test should be are only valid till 2 years. So make sure that you apply for your permanent residency within 2 years when you're giving your IELTS exam. So I'm just choosing a random date here, which is within 2 years of period when I'm recording this video, so that I'm eligible here. So I'm just going to choose any random date, click on next. Then you will see the test scores. So you have to write your IELTS score. So how much did you score in speaking, listening, reading, and then writing, of course. There is no overall band. After that, if you have any other language test results, if you speak French, you can submit it for French. For me, it was none, so I clicked none. After that, you'll see in the last 3 years how many years of skilled work experience do you have in Canada, and it must have been full-time. So if you have had any experience in Canada, choose that. Mostly people who are applying for the first time from outside Canada, of course it's none, but for me it was 1 year or more, so I chose 1 year or more option. During this time, which national occupation classification NOC level is the most of the experience? So basically this is your job NOC. So on Google, type NOC IRCC. Click on the first link. Here you will see all the skill types. You can see which one suits you the most according to job duties and what a person does. For me, it was skill level A, that requires degree of university and professional jobs. So I went back, chose skill type level A. Then we'll click on next. Now here you'll see that I am, based on my answer, I am eligible to apply for express entry. So there are 2 steps, step 1 and step 2, where you review and submit, and then step 2 is after you submit, you will see a page that confirms that your profile has been submitted, and then it will show you more information on the next steps, and then you should receive confirmation message in your account. You can start again if you want to choose anything. You can print it for your reference. I click on next. Then we're going to tell them more about ourselves, which is on the basis of our passport. The last name, type in your last name, your first name, which is mentioned on your passport. Make sure, guys. Then what is your gender, male, female, unknown, or other gender, and what is your date of birth. After that, what is your marital status? If you're married, sure, choose that. I was single, I am single, and I'm going to click next. Now, this is the checklist. This is everything here. You'll see you have to fill each form. So personal details, contact details. So we are going to go through one by one. So first is personal details. You can save and exit, or you can check for correctness. So it will show you what you missed. So don't worry about that if you missed something and you feel like you didn't fill it. So here it's default filled because you just filled it in the previous slide. Your last name and your first name. You click on next. So if you have to change that, you have to go to the previous slide. Now here it's default again. Your country of birth, choose your country of birth and choose the city and town of birth. So for me it was India and Delhi. I clicked on next. Then my marital status I just chose, so that's default. ID, document and summary. Does the Common Central have a passport? Yes, I do. I'm going to type my passport number, going to choose the country territory of issue, and then quickly choose the issue date and expiry date. So it goes from year, month and days. Save and add. You'll see your ID and document type is added there. Click on next. The next tab is immigration history and citizenships. It's going to ask you, have you ever applied for immigration, refugees and citizenship Canada before? If you have, you'll say yes. So if you're inside Canada, you have before as a student or as a working individual. So you'll say yes. and then it's going to ask you, have you ever applied for express entry before? So you're going to say yes or no. So for in our case it was no, so I'm going to say no. And then it's going to ask you for your unique client identifier, which is a UCI number, which is mentioned on your work visa and study visa. I can't remember on the top of my head, but I think it's the same always. So you're just going to write your UCI number. So I'm just randomly typing a number here. It's going to ask for your country of citizenship, India, and if you're from some other country, it can be dual citizenship. You can insert a row there, and your country of residence. So if you're applying from India or any other country, you'll choose that. But I was in Canada, I'm going to choose Canada. But for reference, I just did no quickly there and click on next. And then family. So how many family members does the Common Central have? This includes your immediate family, which is a spouse or partner, dependent children. If you're married or if you have children, you can choose accordingly. I was single, so I'm choosing one. How much money in the Canadian dollars will the Common Central bring? So now here, just type quickly proof of funds on Google and click on the first link. It will show you how much proof of funds do you need for one person, for second person, for third person. So for each additional member, you have to get additional that money. So I'm just going to copy, and for just to be on the safer side, instead of 12,960, I'm going to write $13,000 and click on next. Now we need to know some information about the Common Central's family. So do you have any individual who's living here, who is 18 years or older, your immediate family? So you're going to just say no. If you have, you're going to say yes. Just save and exit. Here your personal details are completed. Now next is, you can update the form at any time you want and change it. Next is contact details. So we'll start the form. Here it's going to ask language of correspondence. In which language do you want to receive the emails from the Government of Canada? I chose English, and you have to provide your email address, which is where they will contact you through. So I'm going to just quickly write thecommoncentral@gmail.com. And that's it for the contact details. Again, if you have to update it, you can go previous, save and exit. That's completed. Next is study and languages. This is really important, so listen to it carefully, please. Education history. So has the Common Central finished high school or any higher education? Make sure you read everything here. I'm obviously quickly giving you the gist. So in my case, yes. And here you can choose which field of study you had. So mine was marketing management. I chose business. I started my studies in September 2017 in Canada. That's my post-graduation. So I'm going from highest to lowest. And this is my current study. No, because I completed it in September 2018. You can write 1 year as the full academic year. Guys, here you have to write numeric. So just write 1. And then was it full-time, part-time? It was full-time. Standing at the end, I did get my certificate. Country of study was Canada, so I chose Canada. Province of territory was Ontario. And then the city was Mississauga. And then it's going to ask for which college you applied for. So I'm right here, yes. So here I'm going to write the name of the school, which was Sheridan College. The level of education, it was 1 year program at a university, college, trade or technical. It was a master's post-graduation, but it was 1 year. So that's why I chose 1 year. And you can choose accordingly, whichever suits you the best. So 1 year program, I'm going to click on that. And was the Common Central awarded a Canadian degree? Yes, because I did it in Canada. So since it was Canada, I got a bunch of more questions. So here are a bunch of things. Was this degree, diploma or certificate? Make sure you read all that. So it was indeed. So I chose yes. What is the DLI, which is Designated Learning Institution number? So you just click on that link which is referred there. Scroll down a little bit and just type your college name after you choose the province. For me, it was Ontario, and then just quickly type the college name. So I chose Sheridan, mine was Mississauga. I copied the DLI number and I went back and pasted that. Was more than half the study program English or French? So this is no. My whole program was in English, and also it was just marketing. I didn't teach me English there. And then I'm going to choose no there. And I will save and add. And then now here you'll see it has been added properly. If you have to modify anything, you can just modify it. If you want to delete it, you can delete it and start it again. Now I'm going to scroll back up and I'm going to add my graduation. I've already added my post-graduation. I'm going to add my graduation. So now again, this is yes. I'm going to add my bachelor's, which is above than high school. Again, same field, business management. It was BCom honors. And I'm going to choose when did I start it, in August 2013. And then this is my current study. No, it was till 2016 August. Make sure you do 3 years, even if you were awarded the provincial degree in May. So just choose August 2016. Just choose 3 years full. Just write 3. And it was a full-time study. Standing, I did get the degree. Country of study was India. The town, select your town. Mine was Delhi. Name of school, institution. So now here, write full form, please. I'm just writing short form abbreviations for easy and quick process. Mine was bachelor degree or a 3 or more year program at a university. Was the Common Central awarded a Canadian degree? No, I was not awarded a Canadian degree. Has the Common Central had an education assessment? Yes. Now this is VES. I did get my ECA, so you'll choose yes. It already knows if it's outside Canada, it will give you this option. Organization that issued the ECA, World Education Services, VES. Date of ECA report issued. Now you're going to choose. So ECA report is valid till 5 years. Just choose the date when it was issued. I'm choosing, I think it was this date only, but of course I'm just choosing a date which is within 5 years, and then write your ECA certificate number. It is on the top of your document. Level of education, Canadian equivalent. So here it will show you what is the equivalency of your ECA. Just choose that and you'll see both of your education, or if you have more, just add more, is there. Now official languages, this is IELTS. So this is VES and IELTS, guys. You can check our previous video where Ruchika has explained everything, how to apply for VES and IELTS. And so here it's going to ask, can the Common Center communicate in English or French? Just both. Sure, choose both. I'm going to choose English. Official language assessment. This is the section 2. Has the Common Center taken an approved language test to assess their English test skills? So yes, language test taken IELTS. It's general training. Date of language test taken. You're going to just write what date you chose. Date of test results. It's usually after 15 days, but of course it will be mentioned in your document. So you're going to choose that. And then language test result from or certificate number. So you're going to write the certificate number here. And then it's default added because you chose it earlier. So if you want to change, you can still change it. Has the Common Center taken an approved language test with their French skills? If you have, choose it. I haven't. Click on go, and then your study and language is also done. Next, application details. We'll start the form. Here, which province or territories would you consider living in? You can choose all the provinces. You can choose multiple where you're interested. I was interested in Ontario, so I choose Ontario. And then the next question is, are you interested in provincial nominee program? Click yes, and then click on next. Has the Common Center received a nomination certificate? If you have, just say yes. I did not, so I chose no, and then save and exit. This is done. Next is representative. Here it's going to ask you if you have any representative, individual or lawyer who's going to handle your application. For me it was no, so I said no and save and exit. Next and the last but not the least is work history. So here it's the same thing, which is the NOC, which I showed you earlier in the video. You need the 4-digit code, but here you can just type marketing, since my job is into marketing. So I saw there are 2-3 NOC codes. So for me it was 1123. So I chose 1123, which is professional occupation in advertising, marketing and public relations. Now in order to make sure that my duties match this, I'm going to click on find your NOC. It's the same page, but if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see a table there, and I'm going to type marketing there. So I'll see there's an NOC code, the title and skill type level. My skill type level was A, so I knew it was 1123. But I also have to make sure that my main duties listed match what I did or I do at my job. So I'm going to click on the NOC website here, and then I can search by NOC code. So in the previous link you see was 0124, I'm going to type 0124, and then it's going to show me all the titles, the main duties, what is included under this, and you can just see which code suits you the most. And if it does, choose that. It should be the closest one. Make sure you do this correctly, guys. If you want a dedicated video on this, please comment down below and we'll make that. Next question is date when you first became qualified to practice this occupation. So basically, when did you graduate with that course? So the minimum education or training stated in the NOC description. Note, if the NOC only states high school, this is the date you graduated. So for my course, I was eligible to do this in 2016 itself, after my bachelor's, for my job. So I did 2016 and I chose when I graduated. Click on next. Then Canadian Certificate of Qualification. Canadian Certificate of Qualification is not your job offer. So I didn't have it, so I clicked on no. And if you want to see what it is, you can just click on the question mark and you can see that a certificate of qualification lets people work in some skilled trades. It's actually given by the government. So if you have it, sure, do yes, but I didn't have it, so I didn't know. Intended work in Canada. Does the Common Central have a job offer in Canada? Now, this is a little confusing, because even if you do have a job when you're doing it, you still have to click on no. But I'm going to click here yes, so that you can see that it asks for information. Guys, this actually creates a little bit of complication, because you have to, if you do yes, it will afterwards ask you to apply for LMIA. So of course we will be making another video on it. I know there are some things which are confusing in this form, but if you're CEC, just say no, and if you're coming from outside Canada, this is no for you. Click on next. Now here it's your work history. Now you have to let them know about your work history. You can add your work history from latest to the oldest. So does the Common Central have any work history? Yes. So I'm going to add the latest one. So since what year I started working here, this is my current job. So I chose October 2018. This is my current job, so 2 option will disappear. Hours per week you work, your NOC code, so as we saw 1123, and then my job title, and I'm going to write my job title, my employer name. If you're self-employed, click on that. The country, province and city, and then street address. So I'm just going to type a random street address here. Guys, please put everything correctly. If you want to make sure everything is right, just see your letterhead of the company. Now, do any of the following conditions apply? Are you working legally in Canada during this time? So these are the 3 conditions. You should have that. Yes. So here you are claiming that you are still working here and you've been working there. And then studying full-time, doing this job? No. Which of these categories does the Common Central's job fall under? Work permit required, no LMIA required. If you need a dedicated video on this, again, comment down below, guys. Now you'll see that has been added there. Now we are going to add if you have any job experience back home or in any other country. So I worked in 2016 to 2017 for 1 year in India, in Delhi. So I'm going to add that experience as well quickly. So here, hours per week you can calculate on the basis of you literally worked there. It's always going to be maybe more. So for me, I was just trying to calculate, and then I think it was around 50 something because I worked on Saturdays as well there. So that's what I'm writing and calculating. And then 4-digit code, I chose 0124 here just to show you that you can choose different codes as well. I'm gonna type my job title, and then of course your job title should also match the NOC code. The employer name, if you were self-employed, you can check that again. Country and Delhi. Save and add, and you'll see that it has been added. Click on next, and then this is just for the research purposes, that if you want to just answer these questions, sort of like a feedback, you should do it. I'm just doing it now to show you quickly. And then everything is completed now, and if you click on continue, this is your declaration and electronic signature. Make sure you read this. You have to declare it, you have to sign it, and if you'll notice, it's asking for a security question again. Once you sign it, it will be submitted. The application would be submitted. Now I'm going to just exit it here because I'm not going to submit this dummy application, but you will see that the application is under you haven't submitted, and then you can still work on it. You have 60 days to submit the application, but once you submit it, it will go under the applications you submitted. Now once that's done, you will get the ITA, which is invitation to apply. Once you get that, then you have to submit all the documents which we have mentioned in the previous videos, and also it's linked down in the description box.
So this was a detailed video on how to create an express entry profile for Canada. We hope that you found this video informative. Also, to let you know that we also have created a video on VES, on IELTS, and on CRS calculator. So do check those out. We really hope that you stay tuned to our channel, because we assure you that we are here to help everybody who is in need. And please, if you like this video, share it, like it, and subscribe to our channel if you're new here. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.
Don't forget to press the bell icon. Bye guys.